Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I got a tutorial for you on how to build a rock tone and maybe a solo tone on the Boss ME-90 BTS, Boss Tone Studio. So first and foremost, I have here already recording two tracks in Logic. One of the tracks is assigned for the input 1 and 2, which is a wet signal from the Boss ME-90, and the second track is for 3 and 4, which gives you a DI track with no effects, so you can add your amp sim or whatever later. And here I have my IR loader that I'm not going to use. They're just 3 slots that I have used some impulse responses here. Some are mine, some are not. These ones are not mine. But I would like to know, how do you actually put this blank? And it's worth it put it blank, because when you put your Boss ME-90 and you go here into System, Output Setting, and then you click on the button behind it so you can use it, you know, this totally goes out of gray out and you can choose your output. But when you do this, you're kind of disengaging the natural IR from the ME-90, but it doesn't sound so good sometimes, and it would be great to have like off here, okay? But you can't do that, at least for now. So when you can't do that, the ideal scenario would be to have here a blank, and you load the blank, so that would mean a totally bypass cabinet. Okay, but right now let's focus on the Boss Tone Studio, and there's not much here to see in relationship to other BTS from Boss Katana, inclusive GT1000, GX100, but there are certain things that do change. You cannot change the blocks the way you want them, but for example, here I have a chorus. If I decide that I want, let's see, selectable, you have more here, probably an overtone, automatically it goes in front of the amp. So things change a bit depending on the effects that you choose. But I don't want an overtone. Maybe I want, I don't know, let's put chorus again, because you never know. But don't forget they're selectable here. Things you can do also on the pedal board, if I'm not mistaken. Now, some amps sound better than other amps. One of my favorite amps from all these units is a bridge stack. But I believe on this one, I don't really like the outcome, put this a little bit louder, of the bridge stack, which is basically a Marshall. It's not my favorite. On the output, it's the original one. Of course, there are, if I put a Marshall here, it will sound better, but I'm going to stick to the original one. So I avoid going to this amp, although in the other units I do use this amp a lot. There's something about the high end, some fizziness that you can't really get rid of, because all you have here, and I wanted this to be an EQ, I don't know where to put an EQ on this one, let me check it out. You can't really pinpoint that frequency exactly that it's annoying. You just have treble, and basically the rest of controls are bass, middle, and treble. So if I take it all off, it doesn't sound good. So disengaging this block and going back to my amps, and let's try out the X-Crunch, see how it sounds. For me, it sounds much better. We're already clipping here, but no worries. So I'm gonna put this to where I like. I like to have some mids. It's not an heavy metal tone, it's just a rock tone, and possibly a solo one. Here we have overdrive. Let's start with a boost, just see what happens. Nothing, because it's not really doing anything. As you saw or listen, it will lose a lot of bottom end when you engage it. Basically because that's what tube screamers do, but a clean boost wouldn't do that. And this one does. If you play just a note, fattens up the low end, but you also lose all the body. Oh, can't you see? Okay. Yeah, you lose body. So let's just check out another amp, like the XI gain. Well, we're not really a fan of that high-end fizziness. Maximum. Very similar, I don't know why. Juggernaut. Cool for other applications. X-Modern. Well, sort of. Then you have Twin Combo. I don't want to go into there. Then you have Selectable. And on Selectable you have Direct Stack and Boutique. I really like the Boutique amp. For me it's kind of a more natural sounding amp here. And if you max out the gain here, it does sound good. And I'm in front of the computer and the noise threshold is not very high, so even with max out gain I don't have too much noise. Now I'm gonna stick with this one. I'm gonna leave the EQ sort of where it is. We'll come back to this later if something is missing. Now I might add a compressor here just to even out the picks. Don't forget the compressor should have the same volume engaged as well as when it's disengaged. Just a little bit more here. I don't want a fast attack, so we'll cut some transients from the beginning. So I'm going to like this. It sounds good. Yeah, it's doing what I want. Okay, let's go to our boost now and try out the just boost. I don't know. Let's try an overdrive. It has much more distortion to it. Let's stay with these settings and see what other pedals do. Typical Toushscreen, center overdrive. This one you'll probably have to deal more drive, dial in, I mean. We don't want it to be very tight, but we don't want it to be very boomy as well. Or else it's not really a rock tone. Distortion pedal, I don't think so. Turbo overdrive, no. Red. With the red pedal you can get it into some fuzz territory. Which is kind of cool, but it's not what we're looking at. You don't need to have a fuzz pedal to get fuzz tones. Not the metal distortion, far from that. You have the core, too much, and then you have selectable. Muff fuzz, clean boost. Oh, I was looking for the clean boost. Let's see if it's going to work or not. Okay, just a chord. Yeah, sort of what I wanted more. The clean boost. It's kind of a guitar to use for rhythm. Now let's shape a little bit more our signal. I don't want it to be buried without the mids, because the guitar will immediately disappear. So I'm going to actually increase the mids. It's a guitar that you want to cut through the mix, right? You're playing with your band, and having some treble mids will help. Not necessarily having too much bass, but just the body of it. I'm going to reduce a little bit the treble. Maybe on the amp, I will reduce a little bit the mids. If your ideal thing is to when you're muting your strings, you get this kind of muffled tone, because this will not be ideal. So let's try out the, for example, much more solid with less drive. Sorry. This is one idea, but I want to try other ones. Yeah, it's too much muddy. Of course, you can always go here into the amp and reduce the gain and see what happens here. By reducing the gain here, you lose a lot of body. So let's go back into our typical tube screamer just to see what happens. All right, I think we are in the right spot right now. It's not boomy on the low end. Okay, now this is very dry in terms of effects, and I want to increase a little bit the mids here. Let's give it a little more bass because, you know. Okay, there's a lot of distortion already going on. Sorry. Oh, without the amp, just overdrive. Doesn't sound too bad. Just reduce a little bit the level, not the level, the drive here, because I don't need that. Okay. Zero. Less level. Let me disengage the compressors to see what happens. Okay, it's sounding better now, but I want to give some reverb. Well, this is the best sounding reverb here. I mean, at least this is a room reverb and then the spring reverb. Not ideal for your live situation, so. And you know, lots of reverb on a guitar will disappear, but. Like this, I think it's cool. What else can we do? We have here a lot of effects, and you have also selectable, overtone, stereo chorus, auto wah. Auto wah is kind of cool. But you really don't need that because you have a wah pedal on the unit. So what else do we have here? Auto wah, overtone, stereo chorus. I think we'll leave this one for another patch, because for now, now you can go into control and put this on overdrive distortion, disengage this. So every time I click here on control 1, it will disengage the overdrive. So this kind of it's ideal scenario for you to mess around a little bit with your volume on your guitar. You can put the noise threshold too high or you'll lose some sound. So you're kind of dealing with your band, if the guitar was tuned. There's something I want to talk about that. And then all of a sudden, and comes the chorus, and I think it sounds good. It's not really, you can put this a little bit louder to make a difference. Well, the level here will actually just increase the distortion. But as you see, as you can hear, the problem with these pedals is that the amp loses a lot of body, and I hate that. That's why I usually go with the boost or the clean boost. Check out. Or we can go with no boost at all. Tone. I wish there was something called bass here, because this is all just related to like a treble knob. Maybe we can go like this and increase the gain here. Not too much, or we'll start, or at least take some bass. Max it out. 99 doesn't go to 100. Now you got a lot of options. You can control the amount of distortion on the pedal itself, but we don't want that. So let's get back to where we were. And let's assume that you just need this and not an overdrive. Let's leave that for a solo patch. So this was our rhythm. How do you write that? Rhythm tone. I'm gonna write it. Oh, it's totally wrong, man. Rhythm tone. Okay, and it's here written. Now I'm gonna write it again on the next channel and call it lead tone. Lead can be rhythm as well, I don't know. Anyways, now let's explore a little bit of our options. We have delay here. We don't want a shimmer delay. Probably just a standard delay, because the other ones will get stuck. I mean, you will not be able to listen to them so well. Analog, it's very dark. Tape, probably the same. Sometimes what I like to do is go here to selectable and put like this, chorus plus delay, so we have like a delay with some chorus without using the effect chorus. Now the worst thing or the bad thing about this is the fact that I hope they do this, I hope they update this. You don't have a ping pong delay or a stereo delay really, so this really, I don't know, it has to have. This is another kind of reverb delay. This one kind of sounds cool. Or you can leave this just as, where do you go? Not selectable, but standard delay. So we can have two delays here, or more, can recall right now. Okay, as you see, you have delay level there, I think you saw that. Now, modulation, let's try and get a chorus. It'll go here, as you can see. Better than chorus, for me at least. I don't know, this doesn't have the double thing like the, let's see what I have in selectable. Ottawa, stereo chorus. It's a pitch shifter where you have two independent channels, but we don't have that here, so I just want a little bit of chorus, not too much. And it's sounding awful because the wah is turned on. Sorry. Okay, let's go back to where our chorus was. It went missing. No, it's here. Okay. Okay, not bad. Now we do need distortion, and now a tube screamer probably will do the job. And since we want to cut through the mix, even here we can add a little bit more of treble. We're thinking like the mix is too busy and it's time for you to solo, so you select another patch. I don't know what happens if we activate the chorus and put it a little bit louder. I'm not a big fan of chorus on the solos, and now I'll have to increase my noise reduction. But you can always do something like on the control, you can put your modulation, and what else? I was trying to find here another delay, because I know you can do that on the pedal board. I'm just not finding here. I don't know why. Maybe I'm being dumb. Probably that. Selectable. Let me check out. S-band. You have always also this single to to single, ring modulation. No. It's not here, and I really can find it. Probably here. Selectable. Oh, okay. You have here another delay instead of a chorus. But this doesn't make any sense because you don't have, like I said before, like a ping pong delay. This would be cool to have one delay at a certain tempo, another delay at the other tempo, but it's cool, but it's not ping pong. So it's not going left to the right, so probably it's better to put this in chorus. So I'll probably leave it at that, and in control, yeah, modulation, which is chorus right now. I'm gonna disengage it. Okay, cool, write it. Now I have my rhythm tone. And then so I'm gonna go here into Librarian and create a live set called Free Rock Set. I think it's a cool name. Free Rock Set, and we're gonna do the rhythm tone here. We didn't do a clean one, but probably next time. So you can do all this on the on the ME-90 without accessing any of the Boston Studio, of course. There are certain things that you can only do via Boston Studio. So you guys just download this and try out. I mean, by the way, you already said before on the beginning of the video that I'm recording this via USB. So if you're connecting this into a power amp in, don't forget to disengage on the back of unit that bottom button that will disengage in theory the cab IR. Now, one last thing I want to mention is the fact that this tuner really needs an update. I mean, this is very difficult to tune the guitar. It's out of tune. Now I'm listening to the tone because I have the Logic input on. But anyways, when you try to tune this, now it's not happening, but usually the needle bounces a lot. See, the needle for the G is there, never goes to the middle and stays there. It's kind of think it deserves an update. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed this small long video, and download the patch and let me know how it sounds if you're rocking a Boss ME-90. That is a great unit, but needs some updates. Many thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so yet. It will help a lot, and have a nice day. Cheers.